There's something different about nighttime. The streets get quieter. The air feels heavier. And people change after dark. When the only sound you hear is your own footsteps, and you realize someone else is walking behind you, that's when instinct kicks in. These are 3 true stories of terrifying encounters with strangers at night. They didn't happen in the woods or in faraway places. They happened in places we all know, parking lots, quiet roads, dorms. So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and remember, the night hides more than shadows. Story number 1, The Silent Passenger. I used to drive for a rideshare app, mostly nights. I was a grad student, and the late-night crowd was less annoying than the weekend drunks. One Thursday around 2 a.m., I got a ping from a remote street on the edge of the city. It was an area under development, lots of construction and half-finished homes. I pulled up to the location. A guy was already there, standing on the sidewalk. No phone out, no bag. Just standing there, like he'd been waiting long before I arrived. He got in the back without saying a word. No, hey, no, how's it going? He just nodded, and I started the trip. The ride was supposed to take about 35 minutes to a neighborhood I didn't know well. But around 10 minutes in, Google Maps rerouted us. Said there was a crash ahead. The detour? A 2-lane forest road with no streetlights and thick woods on either side. I tried to make small talk. Asked him if he lived out there or was visiting someone. Nothing. He just stared out the window. Not scrolling his phone. Not yawning. Not blinking. I glanced at him in the rear view. His eyes were open wide, almost like he was trying not to blink. Then, without moving his gaze, he whispered, "You shouldn't have taken this road." My skin crawled. I slowed down a bit, trying to laugh it off. "Well, GPS kinda forced me," I joked. Nothing. Silence. Suddenly, he leaned forward, close enough that I could see his face in the rear view, and said, "It's okay now. I just needed to get out." He opened the door and stepped into the woods. No flashlight. No house in sight. Just vanished between the trees. I filed a report with the rideshare app. They had no record of that trip. No matching account, and my own trip history showed a cancelled ride an hour before, but nothing after that. Story number 2, The House with the Blue Light. In 2018, my boyfriend and I were road tripping through the Midwest. We were somewhere between Missouri and Kansas when a storm forced us off the interstate. We pulled into a small town, no big-name hotels, just a gas station and a diner. The clerk at the gas station said there were no vacancies, but an older couple in town sometimes rented out a room to travelers. Desperate, we took the number. 20 minutes later, we were standing in front of an old farmhouse surrounded by cornfields. The couple, probably in their 60s, were kind and polite. The woman made us tea. The man told us the room was upstairs. As we were getting ready to turn in, the woman said something strange. "If you hear noises, just ignore them. And whatever you do, don't open the door across the hall. The one with the blue light." We laughed nervously. "Why?" She smiled, flatly. "Some things are best left alone." That night, we couldn't sleep. A soft blue glow seeped under our door from across the hall. Then came the sounds. First, a slow creaking, like a chair rocking back and forth. Then scratching. Walls, floor, even the ceiling above us. At 3:12 a.m., I snapped. I opened our door. The hallway was empty, except for that open room. Inside, an old rocking chair facing a flickering TV screen. Just blue static. But in the reflection of the TV, I saw something standing behind the chair. Something tall, thin, and impossibly still. When I turned around, there was nothing there. We left before sunrise. No goodbyes. The couple was already awake, sitting silently in the living room, like they had been waiting. We looked for that town again on the drive back 2 weeks later. Couldn't find it. Not even on the map. Story number 3, The Man by the Vending Machine. It happened during my sophomore year in college. I had a late-night study session at the library and was heading back to my dorm around 1:30 a.m. The fastest path was through a walkway behind the old admin building, dark, but quicker than the main road. That night, I saw someone standing next to the vending machine in the alley. He wasn't buying anything. Just staring at the machine, motionless. As I passed, he turned to me and said, "Don't go that way." I froze. Why not? He didn't answer. Just pointed toward the path ahead. I hesitated but ignored him and kept walking. A few seconds later, I heard rapid footsteps behind me. I turned around, heart racing. But the path was empty. When I looked back toward the vending machine, the man was gone. The next day, I told a campus security guard about it. He asked me to describe the man. When I did, his face changed. He said 2 years ago, a student was hit and killed on that exact path late at night. He was last seen at. You guessed it. The vending machine. The description matched perfectly. Black jacket. Backpack. Short hair. Glasses. I had seen a ghost warning me to take a different path. And I ignored it. 3 strangers. 3 warnings. 3 nights that changed lives forever. Some strangers pass us by without notice. Others leave an imprint on our soul. But the ones you meet at night, they tend to stick with you. Especially the ones who were never alive to begin with. Stay inside. Stay safe. And whatever you do, never walk alone at night.